If you're between the ages of 18 and 27 and you've been told that you're lazy, or you are telling yourself that you are lazy, stay till the end of this video and I'll show you exactly how you can fix it. Labeling somebody as lazy or labeling yourself as lazy is often unhelpful. It can shut you down. It can shut somebody else down. And the root cause is usually just a lack of clarity, a lack of purpose, and a lack of destination. The real answer is we are just lost. So I'm going to take you through the differences between those two. We're going to see which one you are, and we're going to see exactly how you can fix it. Being lazy is a perceived lack of discipline, a perceived lack of motivation, and an unwillingness to accomplish a goal. And as we said earlier, it often comes from a lack of direction, a fear of failure, or negative self-talk. It is far more probable that you are just lost, not lazy. Feeling lost also entails a lack of direction. It's a lack of clarity about your purpose, about your goals, about your values. A big part of this is impotent goals, and impotent goals are goals that lack a purpose and they are uninspiring. An example of this, I was just in the professional world. I just left my job. And of course, when you're in something and you're competing in something in that professional environment, for example, you want to be good, but the question is really for what reason? And in my case, I wasn't really fulfilled with the work I was doing. I was really just trying to move up to make more money for myself. And in order to do that, I had to impress somebody whose opinion I really did not care about. Feeling lost can also stem from a feeling of uncertainty about the future, uncertainty about what you want to accomplish. And I'll give you an example of this. When I had left college for the first time, I came back, I thought, okay, everything's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna go to work. I'll work my way up. I'll start a business. I'll do this, I'll do that. But I ended up just drinking, right? And that same drinking was taking place when I was in college too. The same drinking was taking place when I came home. It's because I lacked that purpose, I lacked that direction, and I was uncertain about what it was that I wanted to accomplish. And a way that you can get around that is finding that purpose, and oftentimes that comes from trying things, figuring out what you're good at, figuring out what you like to do, and figuring out how that can help other people. Oftentimes, purpose, regardless of what avenue you take to get there, as long as you are helping people, serving others, and doing good, you will feel that sense of fulfillment. That fulfillment will come regardless of which avenue you take to get there. The biggest ways that we can overcome this feeling of being lost is to connect with your purpose, define your goals, be solution-oriented, raise your standards, have a positive mindset, and most importantly, take massive action towards what it is that you want. So first off, connecting with your purpose. It's very easy to do once you find out ways that you can help people and once you find out ways or things that you like to do, right? If you have those two things lined up and you're able to do both of them in one, that's a major step towards finding your purpose. The next thing that we discussed was defining our goals, right? So being absolutely clear with what we want, being absolutely clear with how we're going to get there, and making the plan to get there step by step, doing what you got to do each day, waking up, having something that you were going to enjoy chasing after, having something that you were going to enjoy putting work into. And that only comes with clearly defined goals. And the third one was being solution-oriented. So being solution-oriented is obviously problems are going to arise with anything that you take on, anything that you go after. The only thing that is inevitable is problems. And we need to be solution-oriented. We need to think back to what this means to us, what are we doing, and why and how are we going to work around this problem. And you need to raise your standards. You need to fit the mold of somebody that is going to accomplish what your goals, your clearly defined goals are. You need to become the person who can do that if you are not already. Taking massive action every day, checklists, schedules, staying on top of what you need to do to accomplish exactly what it is that you want. And that does not come easy. None of this comes easy, but there's always a certain amount of work that needs to be done, and it is a non-negotiable every single day. It's the last thing. You need to keep a positive mindset. You need to be able to look at this as something that you like and something that you are going to enjoy doing. And that positive mindset links back to connecting with your purpose, right? Once you've connected with that purpose, once you've figured out how you can serve and how you can help, you will be happier taking the action to do so. One of my first examples of successfully getting around feeling lost was changing my body. I had to go to the gym. And by doing that and changing my body, it changed my emotions, it changed my decisions, and it changed my quality of life. And all of those 6 steps in that small little avenue of going to the gym which is part of my purpose, is it made all those other 6 steps so much easier. So to wrap it up, you are not lazy, you are just lost. You need to find what it is that you are going to do. And hopefully I've laid out just a perfect way to do so. If this video helped you, subscribe for more.